Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 1. This is our mirror setup for the day, and we are finally going to do it. We are going to conquer 45 heat on the main save file. That is my goal today. We're taking the aspect of Zeus with the Zeus keepsake. This is our heat setup. I'm going to skip describing it today. I mean, it's 40 heat. You can pause the video if you really want to see it. I just want to get this going. Alright, so come on, Zeus. Okay, Hammer on Zeus aspect really doesn't feel that great, but Ferocious Guard isn't a terrible option. We'll deal a little bit more damage every time we catch our shield, which we're going to be constantly catching our shield. For me, honestly, the movement speed is more valuable than the damage up, frankly, because we need mobility. Granted, the reason why I think the shield is the easiest weapon to get high heat wins on, aside from maybe Charon or Hestia, is because of just how well it can block damage. There are so many things that the shield just completely trivializes, and that makes the runs so much easier to manage. It also has really solid DPS even without a boon on the special. There's Zeus. We're gonna go for his special, of course. The first boon we want is his special. But knowing how these runs tend to go, he's not even gonna offer it, and we're gonna have to re-roll. Or at least we're gonna get the lowest tier special, but honestly a low tier special is still a special, and that special does so much damage on the aspect of Zeus, it's not even funny. We're gonna, of course, just be stacking as many Zeus boons as we can, and our secondary gods, well, more on that in a second.
I like the fire in you, Zacharias, and I have every confidence you'll someday clamber from the shadows there into the light.
Come on, give us your special. Well, lowest tier, but hey, we actually got no rerolls. I'm happy with that. And HP is not a bad option here. We need to be tanky. We want to survive. Chaos Gate is a hit or miss for me. I think there are a lot of things that I can stand to gain from that Chaos Gate, but I don't really need special damage because the damage comes from Zeus's boons, and especially Zeus's tier 2 boons, rather than the base damage of the special. Granted, that damage is still pretty substantial. It adds up pretty quickly over time. Honestly, I think what I'd want most is boon rarity. But if we're offered an Athena or an Artemis Gate, I'm probably going to go for those more importantly. Like, those are the two gods we really need on this run, I would say. Alright, let's go for Chaos, I think. Even if we do get some attack damage, it's not the end of the world. It's just not really that valuable on this build. I'm not going to be attacking very much at all later on.
The fates have much in store for you, O son of Hades. Perhaps, however, you can tamper with their weavings here to some extent.
Alright, Chaos, what you got for us? Coin or attack? That coin is probably decent. We need some boon. We need to be able to buy as many boons from the shop as we can, both to sell on the way up, and of course to, what's the word? And to hopefully stack more Zeus. But like I said, as far as our secondary gods go, we want as much Zeus as we can, but beyond that, we want Athena for her dash and or her special. Expose is a good way to get status privilege going, so I'm not going to complain if we get that. Or privilege status. Oh my goodness, I still get those mixed up for some reason. Let's see, shop. Oop, there's Athena. I gotta take it. We need to lock her in. And again, if we get her dash, that's gonna be a huge survival tool very early on. We should, in theory, be able to rack up enough coin, especially with this Chaos boon once it pops, to be able to afford something from the end shop for a boon to sell. So yeah, and Artemis, the main reason I want Artemis is just, crit chance. Crit chance on Zeus boons is kind of busted, but crit chance on everything is kind of busted. Crit chance as a whole, just critting, is legitimately 3 times more damage. There's not much to complain about a huge damage steroid like that, right? Thankfully, I have Hide and Security off. We are going Extreme Measures 4 on this run, which is going to be a little spooky. Alright, Athena, give us something good.
Take heart, cousin, for you have found me even in the suffocating darkness of the underworld. May my power be of some assistance.
Could really use your dash. And we didn't get it. So your attack or your call? Honestly, your attack is pretty appealing, but the call gives us a lot of survivability, and it's... I mean, I think I'm probably gonna go call, yeah. Oh, another Zeus boon. That's amazing. And it's a mini-boss. That means we could get some really good boons here. Jolted, Static Discharge giving us Jolted, or Double Strike are really the 2 boons we want. High Voltage is a lesser but okay option because it does at least set us up for Zeus's legendary boon, which we'll definitely want for more damage. Oh my goodness, I got caught by that. That's not good.
No, you don't.
Never a fan of losing a Death Defiance and Tartarus on a run of this heat, but a lot of these high heat runs do depend on Patroclus showing up anyway. I feel like that's kind of the nature of this. It's just hard, it really is. Also, would have survived that if I had Athena's dash. Maybe I should have rerolled. I feel like it's better to lock her in right now, save my rerolls for Zeus. Lightning Strike Test, oh my goodness, an epic tier Static Discharge, that's incredible. That's going to up our damage ridiculously well. But yeah, so I think overall, probably the best first boon, Static Discharge, I'm never going to complain if it's epic. I almost wonder if Double Strike is a little bit better. And the reason for that is we take Double Strike, not only does it have a chance of doubling our damage with the special damage, with the special's effect, but it also will scale really well later on if we get Zeus's Call or Static Discharge. And then on top of that, it sets us up more importantly for his Legendary, because it is one of 2 prerequisites to his Legendary aside from High Voltage. Our Chaos Boon is popped. Ares, honestly, that's kind of funny. We got an Ares attack boon when we did the not main save file 45 feet run.
Has not escaped my notice.
All right, we'll take your attack, I guess. Do we get it? Battle on. Ooh, Battle Rage. Honestly, yeah, let's take that.
It's me or them.
That's going to be a nice damage steroid, and it's pretty easy to part with. We're going for the Athena room, of course. Another chance at her dash is huge for this run. All right, guys. Louts are weird. For some reason, my brain just struggles against them with forced overtime on. Not sure why. Their pattern is extremely telegraphed. I just don't seem to move out of the way fast enough, particularly with melee builds, but I mean, this is hardly a melee build. I mean, it kind of is if you want to argue that I'm hitting them with the attack on a regular basis, but I don't really consider this a melee build. Eventually, the attack is only going to be Bull Rush, and that's all we're doing for it. But yeah, if we get a decent Ares boon, it's not going to like make or break the run. Honestly, it's going to be a very easy to sell boon, frankly. I might even keep Battle Rage over it. Let's see, Divine Strike or Bronze Skin. I think I'd probably take Bronze Skin here for the damage reduction, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, and there's another Athena room. We're not making amazing time, but I'm going to go for it because this is, when you're running high heat, you want to try and avoid taking risks, but sometimes when you're looking at your timer, you kind of need to take those risks.
Full gesture.
Ares first because he's much easier to deal with, or he has a harder penalty. Do I re-roll? I feel like Ares is not the god I re-roll for, honestly, but I'll take Curse of Vengeance and hope I can sell it later.
If this is your idea of humor, Zagreus, then I shall make it clear to you again that I am unamused.
Besides, Curse of Vengeance will let us get the tier 2s that affect our attack if we do get the Ares attack later. So I think it's probably the best option, all things considered. Plus, it's a little bit of extra damage if we do get hit, which we are certainly proving that we are prone to doing. Yet somehow through all of that, I didn't get a single hit taken. All right then. Up there it is. High heat witches are just so rough. Force overtime with benefits package on them just makes them terrifying in Tartarus, because you don't usually have a lot of tools to defend against them, and like my best option right now is the Athena call, which I do generate very quickly, especially if I do take these hits, but regardless, just the multi-hit of my abilities right now just make it generate extremely quickly. The main thing is I have my shield can block their projectiles, so like for a shield run, witches are less of a threat, but they're still really obnoxious. They are really obnoxious. All right, Athena, your dash this time, maybe?
You see, I have my father's temper, Zagreus. I am able to keep it in check, though I expect you to do your part.
I feel if we get Demeter, we'll have the 4 angriest gods in the game. There we go, Divine Dash. Okay, we are officially, quote-unquote, full build. We have Static Discharge, we have Athena's Dash, we have Zeus Special. Do I take Dionysus here? I'd probably go for the Hermes boon.
Should help keep
See,
going.
neither of these are great. We're going to re-roll. Auto reload, I probably take and set up for potential bad news. All right, on to Meg. Here we go. Wish me luck, Kiwi. First boss of the 45 heat challenge should not be a problem, especially because we got Meg.
You're right on schedule.
I'd say Electo is probably the easiest to handle with the aspect of Zeus, but Meg is up there because she does really have a bad habit of just sitting still and letting you wail on her with the special. The reason why I think Electo is a little bit easier is because she has the move where she just spins aggressively at you and chases after you, and she'll just like follow you through the trail of your Zeus aspect recall, and it's just so funny to watch her just get melted while you just casually run away from her. As long as you kite her appropriately, you can basically keep this shield on her non-stop through the entire fight, and it destroys her. But Meg kind of does it too, and Meg has a lot of I stand still and just let damage happen.
Like you.
Yeah, I feel like Tisiphone is definitely, I've found this out through speedrunning. Tisiphone is hands down the slowest boss because she has the phase transitions where you like where she becomes invulnerable, but also the screen turns to black for a little bit and the map gets smaller, and that actually has a little bit more time waste compared to the other two. Easy Curse of Vengeance purge here. Glad we got it to just sell. I don't think I take anything here. Let's save our coin, and I've got Athena's dash, so I probably, do I need more Athena? I don't know. I'd probably go Artemis here, or Ares. I could lock in Ares. No. I mean, Blinding Flash is still really good. And her attack would be decent for reflex, so
Going up.
yeah. Let's stick with Athena for now. Death Defiance is, oh, you know what, that's it. That's definitely the reason we want to take Athena. you know, it's funny, like, I have been so trained by high heat runs to always take Athena going into Asphodel that I don't really think about it that much anymore. Like, it's, do I want crit chance or do I want survival? And for a 45 heat run, we want survival. Alright. First rooms like this are always a little bit rough. Tiny space, a lot of places I can bull rush into that have lava. And we still, this is the big thing. We have an amazing static discharge, and we have a Zeus special on the aspect of Zeus. We have really good damage overall. We want more damage, because we are going to run into tight deadline issues into Elysium, I think. Especially if we get bad Styx RNG. With Extreme Measures 4 on, we need to make as good time as possible. Like, very much so. Like, even if I make it to Styx with Extreme Measures 4 on, there is a very reasonable chance that the run just goes south, because Extreme Measures 4 Hades is terrifying, and especially with forced overtime and hard labor and all the things that we have on that just make him hit like a truck. That is the reason why I keep high end security off, even though it's a relatively free, in my opinion, relatively free one heat.
Hey, Coast, package for you here. Knock yourself out.
A minor misplay could completely throw the run. I'm gonna reroll again and hopefully we get bad news. Nope, but greatest reflex level 3, epic tier or whatever, amazing. We'll take the palm here, I think. We'll try and get a level on either. Static discharge will do more damage if we get the palm on that, but getting it on the special isn't that bad either. Especially once we get double strike, assuming we get double strike, because we know how this goes. We know how this goes, Kiwi. We've seen Zeus. We've already seen Zeus one more time than average. We've gotten 2 Zeus spoons instead of the usual 1 when we go these sorts of builds. But the thing about it is this build really only needs 3 boons to get online, or I guess 4 if you count Athena's dash for survival. But in terms of DPS, Zeus special, static discharge, double strike. That's all you need. That's really all you need. His legendary is icing on the cake. Any boons that benefit your rush delivery from Hermes, crit chance from Artemis, Athena's dash, call, and blinding flash are all really solid options. Even her attack, just so you deflect things while you're bull rushing through, all really, really solid options. But the full build is 4 boons, honestly. Like and that's why this build is like the best end game, like super high heat running build. Ooh, Eurydice versus Athena. We definitely go Eurydice here. We need the free rooms. We need to save time. We can get increased boon rarity. We've already exhausted our 2 Hermes for the run, so this might just benefit Zeus boons later on.
About old times, Orphe and I.
All right, so we take Refreshing Nectar here, try to upgrade the rarity on whatever Zeus spoons we see next. We get our Athena room, so I'll probably take either her attack or Blinding Flash, I think. Although, what's it called? Sure Footing isn't a bad option, even without extreme measures, even without hide and security on. Reduction in trap damage, especially the pots against Hades, is still a very solid option overall, I would argue. We still don't have a 4th god either.
Bye now, ladies.
Lightning Flash or Deathless Stand. Well, free Death Defiance, we take those. I mean, could bank on a Patroclus RNG. We could bank on Patroclus RNG, so I think I'll take Blinding Flash. It'll give us a little extra damage for now. I still feel pretty good so far. And there are plenty of chances to get more Athena and more Death Defiances, so I think for now, let's go the damage up, because it also gets us privileged status, which will up our damage pretty substantially, and we need damage for speed. So I'm going to play a little more aggressive in this instance, but it may pay off just to make sure we don't run into timer issues later on. It definitely feels suboptimal. Like, you're offered a thing that's worth 360 coin, you should probably take the thing if it's free. But I think, again, unfortunately, we only have tight deadline level 2 on, but with that, we need more damage. We need more damage, or even tight deadline level 2 will run into some issues for us, I fear. Especially since rush delivery is officially off the table. Still have a chance at bad news if we get Hermes and Styx. See, there it is, Kiss of Styx. So, yeah, I'm standing by my decision. That was an HP? Yeah, let's go for the HP. I'm standing by my decision because we should have ample opportunities to get more Death Defiances, especially if we get a Patroclus room. And if we don't get Patroclus, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. The thing about the aspect of Zeus is, like, once I get into my flow state, which I feel like I'm pretty close to right now, I play pretty well on it, all things considered. And really all it is toss your shield, bull rush, collect your shield. That's basically it. Like, there's a bit of a high APM to it initially, but once you get the pattern down, you basically just spam dashes and bull rushes to get out of dangerous situations. There's the shop. Palm. Who's over here? Dionysus. Dionysus is definitely going to go show up in the shop, but we take the shop just on the off chance we do get a Zeus boon. I've kind of started to notice that whenever we have, like, here's the final shop and there's a god as an alternative. Oh, Demeter. Wasn't expecting you. I guess I'll take you. Frozen Touch. I mean, chilling enemies with Forced Overtime on is not a bad option. Will give us a fair bit of extra safety against extreme measures for Hades. Demeter definitely isn't my optimal god. I think Dionysus actually would have been a very solid option. Probably want Artemis the most for DPS, but I think Dionysus or Demeter are very solid support gods for this sort of scenario because we have our damage, we have our survival boons. We just need things that heal us, basically, because we don't get a lot of HP from the fountains. I think I put Lasting Consequences on at like 75% healing reduction, but Nourish Soul, Rare Crop, anything that can passively chill enemies while we're fighting them, like Frozen Touch that we just got, not bad options. And when we consider our duo boon options, I don't really want to go around a Scintillating Feast build because the odds of me getting that duo are low, and I'd rather have the damage up from Boiling Blood on our cast rather than give it up for what's it called, for, my goodness, for Scintillating Feast. Not to mention we only have one cast stone and we really are not building around the cast, so it would be a bad idea to go that route. And so that knocks out the Zeus Dionysus duo. Comparing it to the Zeus Demeter duo, Cold Fusion is honestly terrible in my opinion, because most of the times when I'm running a Zeus build, I'm already spamming Jolted effect on enemies. They're constantly getting hit by the thing that's applying Jolted. Cold Fusion just makes it so the Jolted status effect doesn't wear off after the enemy attacks. But since it's always constantly being reapplied, it really feels like it's a waste. It doesn't really... only in niche situations does it really have any notable benefit. So that's my opinion. I think I don't like Demeter's duo. With Zeus specifically. Honestly, Demeter has a lot of kind of like terrible duo boons, frankly. They're super gimmicky and a lot of them are locked into casts.
Fish.
Yeah, I think the main reason Demeter is still worth taking though, like it's basically Nourishing Soul and Rare Crop versus Strong Drink from Dionysus and maybe After Party. For full healing and damage reduction. I think we just lock in Acorn at this point. We have our 4 gods and we
can wash away my boons.
Frozen Touch or Battle Rage here. I think Battle Rage. Frozen Touch will give us the more survivability, and frankly, again, a lot of our damage does not benefit from Battle Rage.
Bye, Asphodel.
All right. Well, we've got 3.5 minutes extra going into Elysium, which isn't amazing, but it is reasonably solid. Again, we need like 1 or 2 more Zeus spoons of the things we specifically need, and we have 3 rerolls still, mind you. There's a decent chance we get what we want. Palm or Hammer here? I think I'll go Hammer. Honestly, Palm would probably be better in terms of overall DPS, but it locks the Hammer out from showing up in sticks, which may make it so we see another Zeus spoon, which I think is more important. The Palm will give us I want to say like a 50% damage increase on our static discharge damage, our jolted burst damage. Assuming we roll into it, mind you, and there's a decent chance we don't. So let me get the Hammer. Again, it's all RNG, right? It's all kind of a guessing game, trying to predict the game in terms of what will happen. But I know well enough that if we don't take our second Hammer, it's going to try and force us to take that second Hammer throughout Elysium and into Styx. And that could lock us out of a spot where we would have otherwise gotten a Zeus spoon. So yeah, I think definite best option. Let's get rid of the Hammer RNG being a confounding factor. Dash Strike or Pulverizing Blow? Probably Dash Strike. Alright, and we've got enough coin for a boon, so let's go for the HP here. Again, trying to get as tanky as possible will up my chances of surviving Hades, if nothing else. We still need 1 more Death Defiance if we can find it, so I'll try and hover around 360 coin, at least until we get to the final shop. If I had a choice between a Zeus Spoon and a Death Defiance, I would definitely take the Zeus Spoon, though. We need... like, the best chance of victory is getting Double Strike and or his Legendary. Knowing how this... Never mind. I said it knowing how this goes at the start, and we didn't actually have it go the way I expected, so we'll see how the run goes. Honestly, though, so far, 1 Death Defiance down, a quarter of the way through Elysium. Not bad. That said, 1 bad Chariot room, 1 bad Archer room could be pretty rough and change that pretty quickly. There's our Kiss of Styx. Do I buy it? Ooh, I'm gonna hold out. No, maybe I should take it. I'm gonna take it. I should play it safe. Like, the Zeus boon would make or break, but we were offered it. Let's take it this time. There's no guarantee we see either Zeus or Athena. Let's play it safe. There's no guarantee on Patroclus either. It's again, it's all RNG. We'll have to hope for success here. All right, but so far so good. I guess we're making do with what we've got. It's definitely not a slam dunk kind of win, but we've got a lot of the pieces early that we need for success. We'll have to see where it goes from there. Yeah, so again, basic strategy of Zeus aspect. Throw your shield, charge up a bull rush, launch your bull rush towards your shield, and collect your shield by recalling it as your bull rush connects with it. And then you're in iframes from the bull rush, you're still dealing damage with the special until you collect it. And then you toss out your special, dash away, and repeat. That's basically the cycle, and once you get the muscle memory down, it's a pretty consistent playstyle. All right, Demeter, Nourishing Soul.
This must seem like a distant paradise to you, young Zagreus. It is a frozen waste to me. But still, it's home.
All right, Nourishing Soul, Rare Crop, Ravenous Will isn't bad, but maybe I take her attack here. Again, stacking up Chilled. It's a decent damage steroid too. Ooh, Athena mini-boss, I don't need that. I don't need that. No mini-boss necessary. We've got a shop. I can't afford anything in, but it's Athena anyway. And there's Athena again. I guess we'll take her this time, but we'll take the free chamber from the shop. All right, we got the bull.
You have returned. I'm always ready to oppose you.
The bull is actually really easy to handle with the shield because you can block most of his attacks. And now that we have Chilled on our attack, we can slow him down and make him way more easy to handle. But yeah, as you can see, again, the strategy is toss out your shield, use your bull rush to collect it, dash away after tossing out your special again. You maintain that, and you can very easily both kite out enemies and maintain safe distance with the shield up to block attacks. And the shield is so good against Asterius because it blocks pretty much every attack he launches at you. The only thing I'm hesitating to say for sure is his projectile that he launches in his second phase after doing his jump slash, those projectiles there. But you know what does block it? Our very stacked up Athena call that we didn't use for the first half of the battle, so you know, we're fine. Like, this is honestly, Demeter's attack I think is doing wonders here. Keeping enemies 40% slowed.
Enough, short one.
Awesome. Basically invalidates, what is it? Forced overtime, which makes them a lot easier to handle.
Got him.
Might be a win con for Hades, frankly. We'll see, we'll see.
Lady Athena.
What do we get here? Death Defiance or her cast? Do I waste a reroll?
Hey, got anything else?
Holy Shield. Okay, I'll take Holy Shield. Yeah, that'll make it so like when multi-hit enemies strike me, so the butterfly balls, the snake stones, those sorts of things, it'll block a bunch of the damage. So it's not amazing, but it will block chip damage, and it will protect us against Hades hitting us multiple times before our little safety shield pops up. So yeah, okay, I'm happy with Holy Shield. I don't really know what else there was to reroll for there, though. Maybe I should have sat on that for Zeus showing up. Oh well. We've still got 2 rerolls.
How many now?
It means I can't reroll more than once in a single boon, but honestly, I probably don't want to use rerolls that quickly either. Hermes or Zeus, those are the gods we're looking for at this point for like potential massive DPS increase. Everything else is just survivability at this point. Again, I think overall we have the damage we need, so we focus on survivability everywhere else. I almost have Greater Call. There we go. Alright, now I should be able to deal with these shielders very easily. I can just run up and smash them with my attack. Really, I will say, like, it's rough when you get a room full of a lot of enemies and they're spawning 4 Revenants. Those Revenants are hard to find the correct one in if you kill a bunch of enemies at once. Okay, that felt pretty cool. I threw my shield where I expected the Revenant to go and it killed itself on it. Great. We'll take the palm here. I think we have a lot of HP at this point, so... Oh, and we got a Fountain Chamber, never punished.
Strength.
Do I put that on the special? Yeah, I do. It's not worth it putting on the call yet. We'll take the Demeter room. Again, there aren't a whole lot of things I want from Demeter at this point, but Nourishing Soul, Rare Crop are decent options just for either potentially getting a huge damage up on either our special or our special or our static discharge. More importantly, though, Nourish Soul could increase the amount of HP we heal from consumables, which honestly probably won't matter that much going into Styx, but it's one extra bit of survivability. And then don't know. If I see Cold Fusion, I probably take it, but only with the intent of selling it, frankly. Like, Cold Fusion, is, again, it's a terrible boon, but it at least sells for like 400 something coin in the shop, which, or in the Pool of Purging, which could afford us a really important boon later on. So, like, it's not end of the world if we take it or get offered it. It's just, it's not strictly necessary, and even if we did see it, it's not strictly great. Man, we generate God Gauge so fast with this many enemies and tanking all those chariot hits. These rooms are a little bit scarier. Like, chariots are so scary, and like, I have the advantage of being a shield build. I can block their damage. What if I was a melee build trying this? That would be so rough. I think we've got this room pretty much in the bag. Tough room, honestly. Kind of scary room. These Revenants, I think the biggest thing about these Revenants is they're just time wasters, which is a huge problem when you're up against tight deadline. Hey, look, there's Cold Fusion. I guess I'll just take Nourish Soul here. Yeah, some free HP. Oh, Halo Fish. I didn't even notice the fish here. My shield's coming back to me. All right, well, fishing story. I've only gone fishing a couple times, and I've caught a single fish in my entire life. It was a sunfish, and that was cool. That's about all I got. It was tiny. I wanted to eat it. My parents said, no, it's only bones. Hey, Zeus.
I'll take this one.
And there's Double Strike. Pardon me, I'm choking on my own saliva again because I'm a barely functional human being who was born with inabilities to breathe and walk.
I see my brethren failed to thwart your advance. Well, you shall go no further.
All right, let's see how this... I feel like this Heroes fight will be telling of how the Hades fight is going to go. If we make it through this fight without a Death Defiance loss, I genuinely believe this run is likely won.
Had a chariot, so I could conquer you in racing just as in battle.
Because again, I have Demeter's attacks slowing enemies by 40%, makes them way easier to contend with because now they're just at their normal base speed, which I have fought against time after time. Frankly, I'm probably more used to playing against Forced Overtime level 2 just because I've been doing it so often on high heat challenges. But like, we have the damage, we have the chilled effect, we have Athena's call and dash, we have incredible survivability, not to mention Acorn just blocking damage left and right. Like, oh well, I mean, it can only block it left, right, left, right, left, or right, left, right, left, right. Because it, okay, dumb joke, but it can only block 5 hits is really what I'm getting at there. But there we go, Asteria's down already. Okay, you know what, maybe we don't need Zeus. Oh wait, no, we got Double Strike, never mind. We're like, we see Zeus's Legendary going into Hades, we are so set on this build, but again, we're full build. We're like, we have the bare minimum. We have the bare minimum of success, and then we have so much more on top of that. Like, Athena's call here is completely superfluous, but I can chase after him now and not worry about getting bonked by his stupid chariot hitbox. Like, that chariot's hitbox hits me way more than it ever should. But like, look at this. We still have 1 Acorn charge. This Kiwi going into Hades, I feel pretty darn good, honestly. This is promising.
Chariot again?
Tight deadline is going to be the real linchpin of whether this is successful or not.
This is not your fight.
Alright. Also, I forgot to mention, we had like 5 Boldy charges, which is a little awkward. Also, the drops from Boldy were blocking my shield. But I can just sit there holding shield up, and he'll sit in my special. Look at that. Alright. We're going into Hades Extreme Measures 4 very strong. There's a decent chance we make this happen. I think I forgot to pick up the gems, but I'm not going back for them. Alright, let's go ahead and heal. And we keep the Acorn. We sell, honestly, auto reload, I think. We're keeping chilled up pretty well, but I think I'll let go of auto reload. We're not going to be able to afford a Hermes boon.
Oh, I'm rich.
I'll take the little bit of coin because it's so little HP, the cost there, and who knows, we might get something really important if we take that little bit of coin. Like, if we have the threshold of a boon versus not a boon, I want to make sure I'm on the right side of that threshold. Unlikely to matter, but just as much the HP I lost is unlikely to matter, so I think it's worth it. But like, we have so many good defensive options. I haven't even mentioned the fact that we have like 3 extra dashes. There's our Zeus boon. We've got another Athena. I'll take the HP here because if I lose a Death Defiance, I can potentially get one back from Athena. So in these chambers, honestly, like, we are so stacked for things that counter enemies here. Giant vermin are going to be the biggest problem, I suspect, just because they're giant sacks of HP. But any projectile-based enemy, we have so many means of... Well, never mind, I still got hit. But we in general have so many means of blocking their damage between 5 dashes that reflect projectiles, our Zeus, our shield just being held up, anything facing our shield while we're holding it up, the iframes on the Bull Rush, and of course Athena's Call. We have so many ways to just block damage. Our survivability is incredible. Plus we have Holy Shield, plus we have Bronze Skin for damage reduction. We are sitting pretty defensively. Like, I think at this point, the only thing we stand to gain that will really make or break the run is a Zeus Boon, because I don't think there's much to gain from Athena at this point. Unless we need a Death Defiance, which we very well may. These are the sort of enemies that I'm prone to taking damage on. Let me see if I can pop that shield. I don't think... Ah, shoot, I didn't pop the shield in time for Boldy to come down, but look at that. We actually, like, Double Strike alone, Double Strike plus Jolted. That's really all we needed, isn't it? Like, it is crazy how quickly and how powerfully Zeus scales into late game. Here we go. Mini boss chamber complete. All right, we take the HP and we keep moving along.
Get me out of here.
All right, so I think I'm gonna take Athena here just because it'll be a faster chamber, and I know my Styx RNG. We'll go for Athena. Again, she doesn't really have much to offer. Stubborn Roots, maybe, which would be useless. We can't get Lightning Phalanx, and we don't have... Ares, like, showed up once, and then we forgot about him. Ares has been a non-factor on this run pretty much the entire time. Because the one boon he gave us, we sold. I guess he was very upset about that. That makes sense. All the gods seem a little bit spiteful if you scorn their blessings. What do we get here? HP? I probably take this. Nah. Save my coin. There are things in the shop we probably want, like palms. I'll save my coin for now. I don't think I really need the HP because you know what, we haven't gotten our Satyr Sack yet, so it makes sense. It makes total sense to not take that here, because we're still doing really well on HP, and the odds of us getting hit so low that we can't heal from the Satyr Sack is actually pretty low at this point. I think I can brag about our survivability all I want, but it's there. It really is there. All right. Yeah, I think honestly the vermin are going to be the things that are the biggest problem, because giant HP sacks and drop poison on the ground that I have to sometimes dash into if I want to hit them. We'll see. All right, do we get the 2-chamber sticks? We do not. Well, that's another reason why I took the mini bosses, because mini bosses are a lot easier to contend with than giant chambers full of icky monsters. The thing about this is, again, we can contend with these enemies very easily, thankfully. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of things that were going to explode on me. I need to be careful though. Like I have to panic pop my Athena Call here because I was gonna probably take poison damage if I hadn't. Like I think I try and get rid of this rodent as quick as possible because it's the bigger issue.
Need a cure.
Almost dead. Almost got him. One more hit, I think, and there we go. Okay, now I can focus on this. Oh goodness, that was 45 HP. Remember the thing I said about maybe not taking that much damage and not needing the HP?
Olympus,
well,
I accept this message.
You know how it is. Proud Bearing. Yeah, we'll take it.
Not yet.
Not amazing, but it gives us like a quick Athena Call, and now let's go straight for that Zeus room. We could see Zeus's legendary. I would honestly be fine with Billowing Strength or whatever, or Clouded Judgment, his 2 call benefiting boons, because Athena's Call is keeping us alive. Athena's Call is doing work here. And I think
not yet.
If we can get it up more regularly, awesome. If we get more damage after using it, also awesome. So Clouded Judgment, I believe, is the one that makes us gain God Gauge faster whenever we take or deal damage. And then, what is the other one? I've already forgotten it. But the other one makes it so that we deal extra damage for a period of time after using our call. And we're using our call very rapidly because it generates so quickly. We have 800 coin.
Something I can use.
Do I take the HP now? No, I can do this. I don't think I need the HP, honestly. All right, so the question is, do we get a 3-chamber Styx? Because the more chambers we have, the sketchier this is going to be. I feel like I can very comfortably, with our current DPS, beat Extreme Measures 4's Hades with probably about 5 minutes on the clock. So I could potentially afford one more chamber, but we don't need to worry about it. Awesome. Okay. Full fusion. All right, we reroll here. We definitely reroll here for legendary.
Blessings, maybe.
No legendary. Clouded Judgment, we'll take it. 10% more damage.
Entire sack of something.
After using our call, sounds great. We'll take it. And then over here, do I take the Ares boon? I don't really think there's anything from Ares I want, so I'll go for the palms. Toss that on the Athena call, sure, why not? And then a level on static discharge or double strike. I don't actually know what does more damage, so I'll just take jolted.
Prince Zagreus once more offers to Cerberus one of his favorite sacks.
All right, Kiwi, we've got 5 minutes 45 seconds on the clock.
I can go.
This is enough time. I have 3 Death Defiances. I have over 208 base HP or max HP. This feels very doable, but extreme measures for Hades is a gatekeeper like none other. We'll see. We will see. Wish me luck.
Again, you draw me from all my responsibilities back at the house.
All right, Hades, bring it on. Get the boiling blood on you. All right, so the important thing to remember is that he clears all status ailments after he darknesses, so I need to make sure that I start stacking shield up on him as quickly as possible. But like, this is the thing, look at him, he's so slow that I can very reliably get a bunch of attacks off on him and just dash away, and then I have Athena's call to invalidate his damage afterwards. It looks like it may last long enough to block both swings of his like big AoE. Honestly, I'm probably more likely going to lose Acorn charges to this sneak than to Hades himself, which is kind of hilarious. But also, look at our damage. We don't need to worry about that much either. Again, like I'm gonna have Greater Call charged up really quickly because it charges up so fast with this build. Like, we've taken 1 hit so far, and I'm pretty sure it was from the sneak, not Hades. Definitely try and destroy these projectiles, or these calls or casts. We walk the cat. We kill the cast as quick as possible. Ooh, okay. Another sneak, not ideal, but a Skull Crusher, honestly, extremely easy to deal with because it just lands on the ground and gets melted. Oh my goodness. That double palm on Athena's call made it last for so long out of Greater Call. Insane. I think we're gonna kill Hades before I kill his minions, honestly, and that's fine because they'll despawn. It's rare that I actually manage to do that. All right, we're down to our last Acorn charge, but honestly, making it through phase 1 with this much HP, this many, oh my goodness, well, so much for this much HP. Had to get one cheeky 72 on us before we kill him. All right, Kiwi, here we go. 3 Death Defiances, phase 2, here we go. Like, I just let him stand in this, right? And get some cheeky smacks in behind. Oh my goodness, he hurts so much with this level of hard labor on.
You are untouchable for now, cousin.
Athena cannot save you from me, boy.
But we get like 12 seconds of invulnerability with this. It's so busted, right? Because it's just shy of 2 seconds per gauge, and then it gets increased by a percentage if we do greater call, I believe. So yeah, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he hits so hard.
Go home, boy.
Like, oh my goodness, I got hit again. That's the thing about Extreme Measures 4, especially when you have hard labor pretty much maxed out. He just does so much damage. But if he's going to stand around and just let us get free damage here, we'll take it very gladly. It's a good thing I didn't have hide and security on there. That would have been a Death Defiance. All right, here comes Cerberus. We're going to hide in our safety corner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is so... Oh! Well, we almost made it out of that unscathed. Unfortunately not. Alright, maybe I go back to the safety corner. Nah. I have a strategy that works. I'm gonna do it. Safety corner. I wasn't safe. I misplayed that. Alright, yeah, we have to play a little safer. We're down 2 Death Defiances. I'm gonna stick to this corner. You depend on Greater Call for survivability where I can, and just wail on him with special and attack, and just look at that damage rack up. Every time he attacks, he's taking more damage with static discharge. I can do this. All right, we're almost on to phase 3. Gotta bail out, I did have call up, but oh my goodness, maybe I should lay off the attacks. I'm being too aggressive with the attacks. All right, Kiwi, here we go. Final phase, 1 Death Defiance, 63 HP. I can do this. I've done it before. I've proven that. All right, free damage here. Just constantly pull out the special, keep him tagged with boiling blood. All right, if you're gonna go for lasers, we go for safety. And yeah, I'm gonna hug my safety corner, pop that shield, and we're just gonna go back and forth with our... Oh no, we're on 1 last Death Defiance. All right, Kiwi, I'm gonna have to focus. Give me a second. I can do this. Oh no. Oh boy.
I shall protect you, cousin.
Greater Call, come on, keep me alive. I have a Boldy. I could use that for HP at any point, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Might need it later for some reason, and I don't want his droppings to block our damage. on. Give us some damage with summoning pots. Pots being summoned are a problem I need to generate call so I can defend against them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I panicked. I thought he was gonna laser. Oh well. Let's grab our HP. Get those out of the way so they can't block damage. And just stick with the safety corner strategy. Don't be spammy with my dashes, just hold them for when he tries to attack and dash to the other side. We've got him on 10 chill stacks, so we can reliably get behind him. Where are you, where are you, where are you? Just gonna hold shield and protect. Okay, good, he didn't laser us. I think his lasers can break shield. Oh, we are one hit from death, Kiwi. We are one hit from death. Come on. Come on. We're so close. I've got call, I've got one charge of call. I'm gonna, oh, I have 1 HP, holy sh. Oh, 1 HP, Kiwi.
I failed you again. How?
We did it.
No.
1 HP, 45 heat. Did it. So close to losing our win streak. Oh my goodness. Oh, 45 heat, main file done. That 100% damage increase though, on hard labor just hurts. It hurts so much. That was so close. And we did not get a Patroclus room, mind you. Like, we played pretty solidly up to this point. We definitely ate it on extreme measures for Hades, but oh, it feels good. And there we go. Look at that right side of our screen. All minimum heat cleared 40. Apparently we've done 32 clears on almost every weapon, except for the blade and spear somehow. All right, boldly believed in this, Kiwi. 45 heat, main file done. Feels damn good. Feels so good.
Just then, the carefree running underworld prince runs headlong into a thick and deadly wall of stone, painted to look like the way out.
All right, a Wile E. Coyote finish, but there we go. All right, let's do our house roundup and call it a night. I need to go walk this off, Kiwi. I feel exhausted. I don't know why, but I feel absolutely exhausted.
Thank you.
You did it!
I
You'll
did
get
do
him
it.
next time, right?
And the time after that. Thanks, Hypnos.
How goes it? If ever there's something I can do, you need but ask.
Good catching up.
All right, they've really spruced this place up, haven't they? Cause of death, they wandered off. I don't care.
Cerberus makes no attempt to move.
I'm
been
winded.
there for
All
me,
right,
boy.
we need good Cerberus RNG for the next run, because I actually know what I'm gonna do next run. Maybe dash only challenge 40 heat. We'll see. I think it's gonna be maybe I take a cooldown
Back
period.
again, Cerberus. I'll try not to keep him for as long next time.
Maybe I just do something filthy casual. I've done enough hardcore runs for a little bit, I think. We'll see.
You did it.
Whatever it is, I'm not recording for another couple days. We'll find out then. Whatever I'm in the mood for. Not trading away darkness.
Down my guard against you, Zach.
That's okay, Meg. It's fine. Just keep doing that. Keep doing that. Let's go ahead and turn in some darkness, seeing as we have like 26k of it apparently. And he only wants 2k of it. All right.
Go, director.
Delta Warden. All right, feels good. A little bit more incremental progress in our overall game state completion, I suppose.
Though your journeys take you elsewhere, still it pleases me to see you, child.
Pleases us to see you too,
Likewise,
Nyx.
Nyx.
You are the absolute diva of the gods in this. You are so cool. I love Nyx's design. All right, Kiwi.
Skelemius.
Let's call it a night. I need to rest. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.
We'll be right back.